Hey guys, it's Mash here, and I'm here with a little live vlog about what happened during Comic-Con. I was going to do some footage for it. I was going to have my brother actually be the cameraman. I was going to show around what was at Comic-Con, but sadly we had our schedules conflict and I wasn't able to get any footage. But I did get a chance to play everything I possibly could. I did get a chance to be able to understand everything that was happening, so I can be able to describe it for you guys, for those people who didn't get to go to Comic-Con. Comic-Con this year, first off, was huge. It was packed to the brim. My suggestion to anyone, if somehow someone at Comic-Con staff does ever see this, I really highly suggest you switch it somehow to the LAX, to the LA Convention Center, because for the last few years it's been getting packed and packed even more, and it's so many people that there's hardly any way of actually moving around, and it feels just so constricting. And I think the LA Convention Center would be a lot better than the San Diego Convention Center, in all honesty, because of how big it's gotten. Now, past that point, the game section, there wasn't anything Namco related, which made me kind of depressed because I really didn't get a chance to really mess around with Tekken up until I found the game room upstairs. The game room upstairs had me I played a little bit of Tekken Tag 2. I wasn't able to really get that much time in because I had a tournament that I ended up actually going to for Arcade Edition, and I won it. Go figure. But at the same time, I did meet Yoshinori Ono-San. I got a picture with him. It's a very blurry picture, but it's still a picture with Ono, so it was a great time for that. Tekken Tag 2, from what I did get from it, though, it's very fluid. It's very fun to play. It feels like Tekken Tag 1, very much so, up until the point where it still has that rage meter that Tekken 6 had, where your character got close to death, it pumped up his energy, he got speed power-ups, all this stuff. It had that into it, so I didn't like that in Tekken 6. I don't feel it should be needed in Tekken Tag, but we'll see where that goes. It was still a fun game. I did get to play a lot of characters. I did get to play my team Hwoarang, Baek. That's going to be my team when I play this game. It's probably also going to be Double Jin and Hwoarang. Hwoarang is one of my favorite characters, so he's probably going to be in every team I did that I am going to play. Next thing on the list, on the Capcom side, Capcom did have a big booth this year, not considerably as big as it was last year, but still a pretty good section of Comic-Con's game section. They had this humongous area that was designed for Resident Evil 6, where they based it around sort of like the Chinese area of the game. You were given the ability to get a ticket, and I actually got my ticket still. There it is. Sorry, I walked away from the camera. I got this ticket, and pretty much it was scheduled for July 12th, which was Thursday, at 12:30 p.m. So pretty much I was able to go, and I had a guaranteed spot if I got there early. I got there 30 minutes early because I did not want to miss this spot. Did not want to miss this chance. It was a 30-minute demo where they'll let you choose between any of the three characters, and you got 30 minutes to do whatever you wanted in the game and just have fun and enjoy it. At the end of it, you actually got one of these cool. I actually showed it during my update video where it was they gave you this, and it was the little light. You're probably not gonna see the light in there because it's in there, but I'm keeping it in there. It's a nice little light mask thing that you just put on your ear. And what I have to say about Resident Evil 6 is, I do like the ability to play 3 different characters instead of just having one set character. So if you did not like Chris in Resident Evil 5, you're stuck and you have to play as Chris or Sheva, but you still don't want to play as either of them because you don't like Chris. I know some people who didn't like Resident Evil 5 just for that. Also Resident Evil 4, same thing. Some people liked Chris, some people like Leon. This game, it lets you play either 3 characters, but if you want to get the full experience of the game, you have to play all 3 characters. Now, I didn't get that much time to play as Chris because I ran out of time. I did get in a few minutes with him. The first player I played as was Leon. Leon's story seems to be a little bit more of the horror side of it, and I had fun with it. I felt a little awkward because I know it's a demo, but you should give me the ability, if you're giving me this big, wide scope of a demo where there's actually settings I can change, to let me change the sensitivity, because I had a lot of trouble with the basic sensitivity of the game because the way that Leon moved around, it was so fast and so fast-paced that I couldn't even aim perfectly. And the way that the targeting system actually was lined up was, it looked like a square, but the square didn't aim at the enemy. It was just showing like a little bit of like an area so you could aim, but you wouldn't be able to hit them until you see a little red dot in the middle of it. So while I'm dealing with zombies running towards me and having the ability now to move, I have to wait until this this ambiguous little block finally shows me a light, rather than showing me the laser gun thing that they had in Resident Evil 4 and 5, the laser. And I felt that was a little off. But other than that, the game felt pretty smooth. I liked the ability to have a lot more combat options other than waiting until someone grabs a hold of you. The ability to fight back when you're out of ammo, which you will run out of ammo. If the demo showed anything, you're going to run out of ammo really quickly. The zombies have damage detailing, so like if you shoot a zombie in the chest a couple times, there'll be a hole in their chest. It looked pretty awesome. And if you shot them in the head, they died automatically. And these were real zombies. They seemed a little faster than Resident Evil 1 and 2 and 3, but you get the point. Other than that, those little things with like the aiming and the movements, I liked the game. I tried Jake out. That was the next one on the list. I was gonna play Leon automatically because Leon's my favorite male character in the games. I played Jake to just see what new stuff was in there, and I had the same constraint with the movements and the guns. But with the demo, I didn't have enough time to play through it because I ran out of ammo so quickly that when I dealt with a monster, I wasn't able to deal with them even with the melee. I think that if they're going to make melee a very, very useful tool in the game, they're going to have to up the damage, because I'm dealing with 5 people coming at me, because these guys weren't even zombies, these were guys with guns. And I run out of ammo so quickly that there's no real way for me to really deal with them while they're shooting me while beating them up. It's easier when it's a zombie because they don't have guns. But it's not, if you're gonna do that, up the damage output a little bit, because it felt so, I couldn't do anything. It was like I saw a monster, I'm screwed until I found some ammo, and it did not feel right with that, and it kind of made me constrained a little bit, made me a little worried that I'm not gonna like the game. But hopefully the skill point things, you can upgrade your damage, and that'll be later on in the game where I have to deal with that kind of crap, and I'll have a stronger attack. Next, they had Lost Planet 3, and they also had Devil May Cry. I didn't get a chance to play Lost Planet. I'm not a big Lost Planet fan. I played the first one, didn't really like it that much. I got like halfway through and I was done with it. I did play Lost Planet 2, but I did see a lot of people who did play it, and they did tell me that it seemed fluid. It seemed a lot like Lost Planet 1, but even though since I didn't really like Lost Planet, but if you like Lost Planet, that might make you happy, because I know a lot of people did not like Lost Planet 2 because of all the things they did kind of change. Devil May Cry, the Ninja Gaiden team, do what you're doing a great job. Anyone who has a problem with the game because of how Dante looks, grow up, get over it. The game's amazing, game's perfect. Go buy it when it comes out. It was such a fun game to play, I'm not gonna lie. I love Devil May Cry games, and I was one of those people that did kind of have a little iffiness about how it's gonna go, but watching videos that they posted and then finally getting to play it, no problems. Play the game, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna love it. Next thing they did have a little bit of a Street Fighter cross-Tekken thing in the back. They did all like the fighting game stuff in the back. They also had like Umbrella Chronicles HD for the PS3. They had another game I didn't even notice. They had, like I said, Street Fighter cross-Tekken. They tried putting it, they were doing the Vita versions with the PS3 versions, so you could play against each other. The Vita version's awkward. To play with that, like they had it where you can link it with the PS3 and you can actually play it via online wirelessly, so you can play someone on the PS3 with your Vita. And it felt so awkward because there was a little bit of lag sometimes hitting it. I'm guessing that's just because of all the wireless things that were around at the same time. But the touchpad is so fucking sensitive that I'd be trying to do a basic combo and I'd actually touch the pad and it would mess it up completely and do something completely different. There'd be times where I just do a raw launch tag into somebody else, and I'm just like, what? I know they have changing the settings. They even said that there is setting changes, but as of right now, if you have a Vita, don't bother with Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Don't bother with it, because like I want to like this game. I loved the premise. I loved when it was back at Comic-Con last year, but it's just everything they're doing with it is just bad. Bad. And the Vita version, until I can see setting changes, I suggest don't even mess with it. The PS3 version, it's the PS3 version. Blah. Next though, Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. I loved the original Marvel superheroes. I loved Marvel vs. Capcom 1 when I was a kid. I was playing these games. They're great ports, made by the same people who made Street Fighter 3 Online Edition. It's a great game. If you haven't ever played them, they're broken as hell. If anyone here watches anything from Maximilian, Miles 928, I believe, or 982, guy who does Assist Me, he talks about it as well. It's great, it's fun. I'm excited for it, and it's going to be great when it comes out. Blah. Anyway, other than that, guys, there was a little bit of a Nintendo booth. They had one in the Marriott next to the San Diego Comic-Con, but I did not have enough time to go out there, and it was going to be a nice little walk, and I was not going to be able to go out there. But from what I did hear, they did have some Luigi's Mansion 2 stuff. They did have a little bit of an area for 3DS. Nothing for the Wii U, which I'm not surprised because it's Comic-Con. But at the same time, I really think they should have brought more Wii U stuff so more people could get a chance to mess with it. I think, because there was a big area in Nintendo, and I think a lot of people were waiting to see if there was any Wii U stuff. And I think that would have been a perfect time to show people that Nintendo Land, what they were talking about at E3. And it would have been so much better, a nice Nintendo booth, even though it was small, would have been nice to have that little bit of time to actually be able to mess around with it so I could get an idea. Because I didn't get to go to E3. I don't have an idea of what this thing is. And if you're wanting to sell this thing this year, at the end of the year, you need to let me know what I want to play this for. And I've seen videos, but I want to play it before I even mess with it. With even thinking of buying it. Zombie U. Let me play it, and then I will say yes or no. Okay? And the last but not least, they had a little bit of Activision stuff. They had like the Ultimate Spider-Man, the new Amazing Spider-Man game. I didn't play it because it's out. No reason to really talk about it. There were a lot of PC games. They did talk about DC. They were doing some DC Universe stuff, which I don't know why they're still trying to up DC Universe when it's out. They did have a few different other games as well. Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD. It's Budokai 3 HD. I'm excited for that. It is coming out for PS3 and Xbox 360. I hope somehow they can make it where there's online in it, because if it has online, then that would be awesome. I loved the game when it was on PS2, and I would really like to play it again with people online, because that's the one reason why that game did not do well, because there was no real way to play online, and fighting games need to have that now to really be alive, unless you're near people who play them a lot like I am. Anyway, and then last but not least, Assassin's Creed 3. What can I say about Assassin's Creed 3 that people who don't know me people who know me would not know? The game is amazing. I'm excited for it. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. I went last year to Comic-Con as Ezio. I went to Animazement out here in Raleigh as Ezio. I love Assassin's Creed. I love the games. I love the story. I love the entire idea of it. I'm building a Connor suit right now. I'm not doing what some people did and just build it right now. I'm waiting until I get the statue so I can make that entire damn picture. Make it look exactly the way it is, just like I did with my Ezio suit. The game is awesome. They showed the Bunker Hill mission. They showed pretty much a lot of the new elements that I really wanted to see a little bit more close up at hand. The climbing of the trees, the movement, the way his assassinations keep him moving now. It's not just you stab them, they're dead, you stand up, and now there's people around you. This one, you kill them and you're running still. You're still going for it. You're still in motion. And that's really good, and I think that was one thing that Assassin's Creed Revelations should have had as of trying to go moving forward, because I felt tired of it. Every time I killed someone, that's it. Now there's a bunch of people around me probably, and I got to deal with them. This one, you kill them, you're hauling ass still, you have the choice of fighting people or just running, fight or flight. Great move. The character details look awesome. I was worried at first that there wasn't going to be that much hidden blade stuff, but I like the tomahawk a lot more now. I like the tomahawk. And we actually got an inflatable tomahawk. I don't know where it is right now. It should be somewhere in my house. I will find it, and I'll probably take a picture with it and put it on Twitter or something. But still, guys, that was all that was really there for Comic-Con for game-wise. They did have an Assassin's Creed panel. They did have a few game panels. I did not get a chance to go to many of them. But pretty much what I described is pretty much all they talked about. And, yeah. Anyway, guys, that's what happened at Comic-Con. Just so everyone is aware, I will be starting to do game reviews soon. My first game review that is it's possibly going to be the first one will be Assassin's Creed 3 when it comes out in October. And I might be doing a joint review with Zarin Zephyr, the guy who does toy reviews, who helped with the first video I did my live vlog on, all that good stuff. But anyway, guys, this is Smash. I gotta get going. There's a tournament I'm going to tonight called WMB out in Raleigh. Shout outs to them just for the sheer fact that they host tournaments. I used to help them out with their stuff, but not anymore. Anyway, I'm going out to there. This will be up possibly tomorrow, so Thursday. Just so y'all know, if you did like this video, if you like my stuff that I'm posting up, my games, my Let's Plays, my reviews, hopefully other things I'll do later on with games, just hit the subscribe button, like this video, comment on it, share it, I want to get this out there. I want to do something for the gaming world, and this is hopefully my chance. Till then, guys, this is Mash. I'll see you all later.